Okay, we're done with the surgery. The operation is complete. It was a long day. So how are you doing?
I'm actually really good. So surgery was at 10:15 this morning, and I was home by 3:15, I think. So basically, the doctor before the surgery drew on my breast with this purple marker, and
what do you draw? Like stick figures?
lines.
He drew boobies on her boobies.
Where he was gonna move my nipples. My right breast was much larger than my left breast, so now they're even. He said I'll barely be a B. There was a little bit of a surprise during the surgery. Both of the silicone implants had holes in them. So
they ruptured, and that could have caused a lot of the issues, even though they were the jelly kind of.
So I had Mentor gummy silicone implants, and so I didn't get to bring them home. So I can't do the picture where I hold them because they don't let you take them if they've been ruptured. I don't know if that means that now I can submit this to my insurance because, leaking silicone in your body is a health problem and insurance should cover it. I would hope. So we're going to have to work on that. But basically the other thing that happened is I ended up with drains, which originally he thought I might not need them. So I'm wrapped in an ace bandage. And
very flattering.
I won't pull it up and show you, it's nasty, but kind of like on my side right here is where the drain goes in. And there's a tube that's all coiled down here.
I think people want to see it, man. It's not that bad. It's just a bag.
Okay.
It's just a bag. It's a bag for stuff. Okay. So it drains in there. I just drained it.
We just drained it. There was 2 teaspoons of blood in there.
Yeah. Well, 3 in the right.
Can you see? I can't look. Is that the incision point? It might be under the ace.
I can't see it.
There we go.
Yeah, there is.
All right. So you can see the blood in the tube. So that's what those are right there. So yeah, so I didn't get to bring the implants home. I was a little nauseous afterwards and had some pain. So I had them do nausea and pain meds in my IV right before I left. I've taken, I took ibuprofen a little bit ago. I think I took Tylenol when I first got home, but I was kind of high and you left to soccer practice. I kind of don't remember what time that was. And I just made sure I alternated in case I was taking too close, but I think I can manage the pain without the heavy pain meds. I feel so much lighter.
Yeah. So how are you feeling? What are you noticing so far? Because some people, it's like Brandy was like 2 minutes later.
It sounds really weird, but I feel really clear-headed. Sometimes when I talk and I just can't think of what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I feel clear-headed now. And my back feels great. It's so much lighter. The 450 cc's, I think those weigh at least 1 pound or 2 each. So yeah, I feel good. I mean, what is it, 9:00 p.m. right now? I had surgery this morning, less than 12 hours ago. I've been resting in the chair. I think I slept for a couple hours on and off.
Yeah. I was talking to Alan Roberts about it today, and he was like, just from inflammation alone, and if it is autoimmune, which it could be, you might lose 20 pounds in the first 2 months.
Yeah, my hands are pretty swollen right now. That's probably from all the IV that they were pumping in. And they had the anesthesiologist do my IV because the regular nurse couldn't find it. I have tiny veins, she said. They went right in my wrist.
Same.
So that kind of hurt. But I knew as long as I got through that and they knocked me out, I would be fine. So apparently they're equal size now. I kind of peaked. They're small. So tomorrow I can take the ace bandage off and shower, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we can an ace bandage.
And you have to
wrap you up.
You have to go in the shower with me and hold the drains.
and then I wrap it from top to bottom.
Right. I have to wear this for 3 days. I don't think I'll be driving for a while. I feel like I had a really heavy chest workout and I'm a little tender, I'm a little tender right here on the top of my breast. But other than that, I can move my arms. That hurts a little bit. I'm just trying to drink a lot of water. I was hungry because I didn't eat all day.
Yeah, I've been short. So I didn't
eat that much though.
I'm not complaining, but today, so I dropped her off. I went and got a training session in at Carbon Murfreesboro, which happened to be 10 minutes away. I went to a store called Burrow Built, which carries our brands, and just said hi. Introduced myself to them. And then I went back, I worked out of the doctor's office for as long as I could, got a ton of work done. And then I went back, got her home. But Cammie forgot her socks for soccer.
Yeah,
so I literally
ran.
I ran Katie in the house. I'm like, sit there, don't move.
Yeah.
So then I drove over, dropped that off, had to drop off the keys with the other wrestling coach, came back, had to make her some food, me some food, Preston to practice, came back, her some food, Preston some food. I'm like running all over trying to figure out what's going on and managing the companies and businesses. And you know what's great? I'll tell you what, from a selfish standpoint, this is going to be the easiest 4-week prep ever because I don't have time to be hungry or mad. Like, I'm like, and the kids, like, I'm no bullshit. Like, so what they'll do is, like, Cammie had to do, she had to shave her legs because she has to dress nice for a soccer game tomorrow. So on game day, they dress nice. So I got to shave my legs. So I'm like, all right. So the boys come in, like, well, Cammie's got to help. I'm like, look, dude, you guys figure this out after this is done. Whatever kids are in here doing the dishes right now, not messing around. Go. So right now, when Katie is not by any means in charge, I'm literally like a Jewish Nazi.
Drill sergeant.
I'm just like, no, you're doing it. I don't care if you do it alone. You guys figure out who you're going to yell at and fight with later. Right now, the dishes are done. I walked outside. So we live on a hill. We live on the drive. Our driveway is like high. Like we live on a fucking hill. Like if it snows, we're fucked. We can't leave. We got to park on the street. So I'm like, I don't know where the kids are. So I yell on the hill. I'm like, Thomas.
You know this video's about boobs?
Oh no, I'm telling him what was going on. And I'm like, come in and do the dishes. And then Thomas comes running down the street. Preston's behind him in a scooter with some white trash right there. But yeah, so.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say is I was partially intubated. So when I woke up, my throat was scratchy. It still is scratchy. So I had a Greek yogurt popsicle. That was the only thing that helped. It's still scratchy now, even with pain meds. So probably going to have some ice cream or popsicle or something because it's.
So what was funny is Rucker's girlfriend, she was considering getting implants.
Oh, we just
and I was like, and we were talking. I'm like, look, I can't say enough how bad of an idea it is to get implants. I'm anti-implant now. I'm pro whatever you want to do, but if you ask me my opinion, I'm going to tell you that it's putting literally poison in your body.
Just in a close circle of friends, we know several people who have had it done.
And it's made a huge difference in their quality of life.
Right. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Like, I think it also is body acceptance. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I didn't get boobs. Like, I've heard people get boobs to compete. Okay. Because they'll score better at a bodybuilding show. I got boobs because I am very bottom heavy. And after I nursed Thomas, I had no boobs and I felt I looked off balance. Some people do it for their other reasons. But I never was very, like, flaunty with my boobs. You see pictures of me in a bathing suit, that would be really the only time. I wasn't someone to wear low-cut shirts. I didn't do the no bra thing, especially because they were over the muscle, and that's, you know, not much support. So, yeah, just, you know, love your body for what it is. Be healthy. And, yeah, now if someone ever asks me, should I get implants, the answer is going to be a big fat no.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, I get a lot of flack for telling people to lose weight because I don't want you to die. You know, I can't say that enough. Like the number one comorbidity in this nation, in this world is obesity. And one of the reasons that I want you to love your body. Look, I want you to love your face. Like you can't change your face. Your body shape is your body shape. I've known a lot of people who are lean. Look at Tom Brady. Dude has a dad bod. He's the greatest quarterback who ever lived. You know, at the end of the day, you know, some people are just shaped differently. They store fat differently. And the key is, you know, do your best to exercise, be healthy, take your antiviral replication supplements, get plenty of sunlight, of course, not too much. Don't get cancer like I did. And you know, but I think that
a few weeks here, last month.
it's been rough, and they don't even know about my mom. They don't know about that stuff going on. That's a whole nother ball game. And you know, it's crazy. It all came to a head, man. Like it came to a head at the show. Like when I won, I was backstage and I was literally with Bino and Courtney crying my eyes out, just crying. And then when John died, I lost it. It's just been a tough.
I think I posted my post about your show was that no one else had a week like Marc did last week with, you know, losing all that weight, going to do brain fog. I might still be high, I don't know. Just losing all the weight while managing all that he does. no one else does that. Like,
it's not that easy though. I like the distractions. What really sucks is like, you know, just guys know. Okay, let's just be upfront and honest. Like, my mom's a drug addict. Okay, we don't talk.
His brother is handling everything.
My brother's, but I'm gonna have to handle whatever happens next, you know, with him. But you know, my mom OD'd again, and she was basically committed. She was
weeks and weeks and weeks,
and she was intubated for 2 weeks. And this is something I've dealt with for my entire life. You know, in and out of mental hospitals, in and out of institutions, in and out of drug rehab. You know, suicidal, manic depressive. So, you know, that hit me pretty hard when my brother was here, and we spent some time actually talking, you know, that we never talked. And it was funny. I know we're off tangent, but my brother and I my brother had no idea half the shit I went through because he moved out 6 years before I did. Mm-hmm. And so it was crazy because we're sitting there trying not to cry because, you know, we're not bitches. But like, it's one of those things where I don't think all you see when you see us is you see, you know, rich white people living in Brentwood. You know, it is what it is. You don't know, like we didn't come from Brentwood, okay? And not this Brentwood at least. And we, you know, everybody has their issues. So you can't judge a book by their cover. You know, we all have our secrets. We all have our demons. We all have our adversities. And for me, for the last probably 8 years, I've been wondering what happened to Katie. We'll get into it. I'm like, why are you such like an old lady? Like, I have all this energy. And so for me this week, like leading into this, going into that show, I'm backstage thinking about my wife's surgery on Monday, right. You know? And there's just a lot of things that we have to internalize. And that's one of the reasons I stay so busy is because I remember I slowed down once and I had almost a mental breakdown. Remember that when I competed at the Arnold? I had a mental breakdown. I went and I visited my mom. Some repressed memories came back. And I was like, whoa. So I never give myself a chance to.
So I think the take home from that is mental health is also a huge thing. We saw it, was it last week with, you know, the Olympics and Simone Biles dropping out.
And I was the first one to say, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like, you know, you have to take that into account. Mental health is a big thing, especially when, like, Marc comes from a family, his mother, with every mental health problem there is. So it's important to acknowledge that, deal with it. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to talk to someone, do it, you know.
Yeah, it's just, yesterday was, you know, just for this, you know, today for her to go in.
Yeah, it was scary going into surgery because anytime you're put under anesthesia, it's a risk. Plus, I'm allergic to, like, I was allergic to 3 different antibiotics, but apparently I'm not allergic to penicillin. So they were very cautious when they started giving me antibiotics. She did a half dose. They waited to see if I was going to react because she said if I was going to react to the antibiotic, it was going to be quick. So she did the half dose. I was okay. And then she went on to continue. So I was kind of nervous. I'm not allergic to penicillin anymore. I did have the complete allergy testing at my ENT, but I've never taken it since. I just did 1 pill orally at the ENT. So I was a little nervous, like, what if I have a drug allergy during surgery? Like, you know, it was done at the plastic surgeon's office, which was very nice, but that kind of made me nervous. And anytime you're under, it's a risk for a million things. Anytime you have any incisions, I've got incisions under where that was where my first incision was. So he went in through the first incision, and then I have like all kinds of incisions for my nipple, and I will be able to see it tomorrow. Won't be sharing that picture, sorry.
That'll be on the OnlyFans
we'll
page.
We'll have Marc draw a sketch on paper or something.
It'll be very accurate.
But I peaked and I have small little boobies, so I'm really hoping that I can lose some weight so I don't look so funny.
No, I mean, you're gonna lose. You have good genetics.
Well, like I'm looking at that picture right there. And you can grab that. So this was a gift from someone. I don't remember.
Alex Kickle.
Oh, okay. So,
look how lean she is.
That was shortly after getting the implants. Probably that was within the first year, if not months. Those shorts, I almost kept them when we moved. They were
she
a
has
size
good
4.
genetics, man. She has good weight loss genetics.
But look at my skin tone. It just looks like so much better.
Yeah, it's been all downhill since we got the implants, man.
So,
downhill.
I'm excited to feel better. I'm taking the next few days easy. On Friday.
Heavy squat day Sunday.
Well, Mark's got to go to John's funeral this weekend, so luckily we don't have soccer games on Saturday.
Saturday, Preston, does he use Sunday?
Sunday evening. So
I'm just going to go up and back. Yeah, John's funeral is this weekend. I got to go.
So yeah, that's fine. I feel pretty good now, and I'm pretty sure the pain meds from surgery are, do you think they're out of me yet or no?
24-hour half-life.
Okay, so we'll check back in tomorrow.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We'll do updates, and for those of you who watch this channel for fitness,
thank you for all the well wishes. It was much appreciated.
I don't know what YouTube comments have been, but it's usually
they were good. And I read all of them. I will respond tomorrow when I'm sitting, but I was napping today.
You just use the Tiger Fitness account.
Okay. But yeah, thanks for all the well wishes. There was comments from like people who were saying they were on the fence of if they should get them out or not. People on the fence of if they should get them. And you know, we've said before, we like to do videos like this to help people, and hopefully, you know, seeing what I've gone through is helpful to you leading a healthier life. Yeah,
health is everything. You know, like it doesn't matter how you look if you feel like shit. It doesn't matter. And again, like I said the first time, and I feel like I failed as a coach, as a husband, as a man. I wish I would have known more about breast implants. I wish I would have known more about inflammatory responses. But that was 11 years ago. I didn't know.
Yeah, and on me mentally, it really sucks knowing that like I work out as hard as I do, and like I eat chicken salad, eggs, and like a hamburger. Like that's it. Like I see people go out and they're drinking and they eat dessert every day, and they're still sitting. I can't do any of that. Like I eat a scoop of protein a day with that what I just said, and an outright bar. That is all.
I started doing a diet for her once, and nothing I did worked. And I'm like, and I know she's not cheating.
And it's discouraging. You don't want to keep
because I live with her. Like I see what she eats, and I'm like, shit, I could do this on 99% of the population. They're gonna lose 2, 3, 4 pounds a week. And you're losing nothing. And what the fuck is wrong with me? And what is wrong with you? We tried keto, we tried carbs, we tried no carbs, we tried hormone replacement therapy. Which
and I can't, if I'm starving, I am miserable, I can't function. So again, you know, I can't take care of kids if I'm starving, and it wasn't worth it to me to do 1,000 calorie crash.
That wouldn't have worked anyway.
Probably wouldn't, yeah.
Anyway, guys.
All right.
We'll save it for next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thanks for all the kind stuff. Whoever you are, whatever you do, there's an outright bar that's perfect for you. And for these bars, these are really special because they're truly unique and different. And I wanted my lovely wife, Katie, to talk about this. What is this amazing bar?
So this is the sunflower seed butter bar. And actually this was my idea because we have 3 kids that go to school, and it's very common for kids that are in, you know, elementary school, middle school age to have peanut allergies, and the teachers will post a sign outside the door that says no nuts, no tree nuts, no peanuts, no tree nuts, sometimes no dairy allowed in a classroom. So with that in mind, we came out with sunflower seed butter outright bars. This is a vegan bar because it is using a vegan protein as opposed to the whey protein that is used in the traditional outright bar. It has the sunflower seed butter base, so that means there's no peanuts and there's no tree nuts. Now this product is still manufactured in a facility that has that, so if you have a very severe peanut or tree nut allergy, it is in the same facility, but it is, you know, meant for kids with allergies and to be brought to school where there's other kids around that could have potentially have allergies.
We've thought of everything. You know who else we thought about? We thought about people want a delicious breakfast, tasting like their favorite mochaccino they can buy from their favorite coffee shop with delicious white chocolate chips. And we also thought about people who want to maximize their gains. Now, when you take in this product called Velocitol, this ingredient, it doubles the power of your protein. Right. So by putting the most delicious mochaccino white chocolate flavor outright bar, we have the outright breakfast bar. Look at that.
I haven't had this one in a really long time, and it's actually one of my favorites. So if you have never had sunflower seed butter, it has a different taste, and I haven't had this in a very long time. I actually really liked it when we first came out with it. I just never remembered. So it's got really big, again, those are chocolate chips that do not have dairy in them because this is a vegan bar, and it's also gluten-free.
Grab that one.
That's really good.
The outright bar. We've thought of everything. All you need to do is think about going to your favorite retailer. If they don't have it, tell them to get it. If they do have it, buy at least 1 to 30 boxes of these things. There you go.